I've got questions from previous estimates. Question number SQ 25000718 of Senate Supplementary Budget Estimates 25-26, which related to Year 12 completers. If you want, I can circulate it for ease.
My guys are
brilliant.
Very spot on, thank you.
Amazing. So the department said that it does not collect information on the number or proportion of students in each state and territory who've completed Year 12, went on to attend post-school activities. Now, in an answer to a question on notice from Senator Wong, and this is back in 2006, and I think it was Senate Debates, 8th of August 2006, page 186, the then Minister representing the Minister for Education, Science and Training was able to provide this granularity and refers to data from the department's student-selected higher education statistics dataset. I'm just curious to understand when did the state and territory level data on the subject stop being collected?
Senator, we might have to take that on notice. I'm sorry, that was well before our time in the department. I'm sorry.
I've got it with me if you want to have a look at it.
No, sorry, you asked the question when did it stop, just because we probably weren't in the department.
Okay. Between
2006 and now, we really have to take that on notice to understand that data collection and when that data collection might have stopped or changed.
Okay. Because as the 2006 answers show, in late 90s and early 2000s, enrolment in VET courses of Year 12 completers was stable at 35 to 45% across the country. And according to the answers that I received through SQ 25000718, the percentage going to TAFE has been around 10% for the last few years. So, you know, have TAFE enrolments for Year 12s collapsed, and what could be the potential factors impacting that, especially in the past 20 years when we saw it stable at 35 to 40%, but now it's at 10%?
Senator, first of all, my department's not responsible for VET or TAFE. So in 2006, we probably did have responsibilities for that. We don't have responsibilities for TAFE or VET. The department that was on yesterday, they'll have that data rather than us. We'll be able to access it, but I don't have responsibilities for skills and training. So we're happy to see what we can take on notice and help you with your question, but we don't have that access or that information in our department necessarily. It would be our colleague department that could help us.
Do we know when that responsibility sort of shifted, or?
Since 2006, there's probably been 7 or 8 machinery of government changes. The latest one was 2022. Where DUA was established as a department and skills and training became the responsibility of the Department of Employment and Workplace Relations.
No worries. Well, yep.
If I can add to that, Senator, in addition to what Mr Cook has said in terms of skills being in with DUA and the other portfolio, what we do see is VET in schools, which often is an indicator about whether a student might go on to further VET studies or further university. We have seen an increase in the number of students participating in VET programs while still in schools. So that participation is upwards to 27% these days. And that's the highest it's been since we started collecting that data in 2006. And the rest of it, Senator, if we can just take that on notice, that would be great.
Sorry, you said that's the highest since 2006?
Yes. So since we started collecting the data in 2006.
Okay.
And this is just around VET in schools.
VET in schools. And so is there a correlation with students who are taking up VET in schools to then be going into TAFE? Because if we're seeing 10% currently enrolling in TAFE, where's the other 17% who have done VET courses?
Sure, because, as you also know, Senator, there's many more VET providers than just TAFE providers. In fact, I think the majority of VET providers actually are not TAFE providers. But again, we won't have that data. It would be DUA that would have that data. We'll take it on notice and see if we can assist.
Yes, because I'd love to know what the department thinks is causing that collapse in TAFE enrolments, and whether that's contributing to the housing crisis or skills shortages that we're seeing. But yeah, if you could take that on notice.
We'll take on notice, and again, we'll
Thank
probably
you.
have to defer it to DUA because they've got that responsibility rather than us.
No worries, I'll follow up with them as well. Thank